Let me try.
Yeah, but they, yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but take it down. South has their own South Korea has It's okay.
Thank you.
But if we go like, Eastern Front, like next to each other, sometimes, South Korean have to control. You have to show the control with the whatever. They train with him.
Do you see any people?
Yeah, noisy. Sound.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conference Row. This is the official meeting place between the United Nations Command, or the UNC, and the Korean People's Army, or the KPA. All of the blue buildings you see behind me all belong to the United Nations Command, while the gray, silver, and tan buildings belong to the Korean People's Army. If you look directly to your right, you see a three-story blue building. This is a Joint Duty Officer, or JDO building. He's currently a U.S. Naval officer who serves as the direct representative of the United Nations Command Military Armistice Commission, and he is responsible for conducting official communications between the UNC and the KPA. If you look directly across from there, you see a three-story tan building. This is KPA Guard Post number 2. Again, you are under close observation while you are out here, so please no pointing, no waving, no derogatory gestures of any kind towards North Korea, please. If you look directly below there, you see a series of white stakes that were mentioned in the slide briefing that mark the military demarcation line, preceded inside, in between the buildings by the 17 by 5 inch concrete slab. This first silver building here to your right is the North Korea's rec center. It's named this ironically because it houses no recreation equipment whatsoever. Basically what North Korea uses this building for is to stage 10 to 20 armed soldiers in during any officer level talks. Usually while they're in this building you see them pulling back the curtain, pointing, waving, making derogatory gestures such as throat slashing gestures towards us. Due to their antics inside this building, we actually gave it the nickname Monkey House. T3 is used by the JDO for colonel level and staff officer level talks. T2 is the MAC building, which we just visited. T1 is used by the Neutral Nation Supervisory Commission, or NNSC camp, for their biannual meetings. The far silver building is the former Czech and Polish NNSC building, but is no longer used. Directly behind Conference Row, the large gray building back there is the Panmunjom, the North Korean Welcoming Visitor Center. It also serves as a two-man guard post. You can see a soldier that is standing up there on top of the stairs, and his buddy's right inside checking out through the windows. Sometimes he'll go over and grab binocs and be looking at everybody. Just be aware of that, and make sure you do not point or wave towards North Korea. You can move around and take pictures, but you're confined to stay within the soldiers on either end. Do not move down off the stairs, and do not move back into the Freedom House unless told to do so. So you're pretty much stuck right there.
You're free moving around.
We're right here. We'll make you turn around.
To the Military Armistice Commission, or MAC building. This is where the 4 original types of meetings essential to the signing of the ceasefire agreement were held, and currently where general officer level meetings take place. These meetings usually last 3 to 4 hours. However, there is one on record to have lasted 11.5 hours. They called that the bladder wars because neither side wanted to get up before the other side. Okay. All these meetings are also translated into 2 languages. One is Korean, or Hangul, and the other is English. This used to be done so by translators who work simultaneously, and the translator booths locate either end of the building. However, they're no longer used. The translators now sit at the heads of the table. If I direct your attention to the translator booth at the south end, you see a series of plastic flags located there. There used to be actually a shelf with miniature soap flags of each of these nations located in this building. However, approximately the same time that President Bush was meeting with former President of the Republic of Korea, Kim Dae-jun, approximately the same time they were shaking hands in Washington, D.C., the JDO through that camera there witnessed 2 North Korean soldiers enter this building. One proceeded over and picked up the American flag and began to shine his boots with it. The other picked up the Republic of Korea flag and actually blew his nose in it. Therefore, the shelf and soap flags had to be removed and replaced with the plastic flags, hopefully present less of a target for the North Koreans. Okay. If I direct your attention to the table here, the microphones on the table are monitored and recorded 24 hours a day by both sides. So please be careful not to talk any politics while in this building. It also marks the military demarcation line that runs through the building, preceded outside by the 17 by 5 inch concrete slab on either side. If you'd like to make a crossing into North Korea, you may do so, but only on that side end of the table, pay respect to the UNC flag. If you try to cross in front of this soldier here, he will stop you physically. Soldier at the north end, please do not try to go behind him. Again, he will stop you. He is guarding the door to North Korea. North Koreans are on the other side of that door. They will not hesitate to grab a hold of you if you give them the opportunity. To give you an example of this, it used to be a one-man operation to actually come into this building and lock or unlock that door anytime we were using it. However, the North Koreans actually heard one of our soldiers coming to that door. Once he got there, they opened the door and tried to pull him into North Korea. He was able to fight him off and make his way back to the Republic, but now it's a two-man operation. Two soldiers come in. One actually holds onto the wall there at the translator booth and either locks arms with the other soldier or holds onto his pistol belt anytime they lock or unlock that door. The soldiers in here are posted in here for your protection as well as outside. They are only out here while there is a tour going on. Under normal operations, there are no soldiers actually standing on this line. Okay? The soldiers outside, you can see, are standing half exposed from the building. They do this to present less of a target in case they are fired upon. Soldiers in here, they stand in a modified position of Taekwondo, or what we call rock ready. This stance, along with sunglasses, are used to present an intimidating image towards the North Koreans. At this time, if you'd like to move around and take pictures, you can take pictures of anything you like, to include the rock soldiers. But I ask you, please do not touch them. No hugs, no kisses, none of that. Okay? Do not interfere with their duties in any way. If you have any questions, I'll be located at the south end.